always worry about suffering terrorism? Well, there is an easy way. Stop practicing it. The United States has always been a country that protects human rights, but they're not protecting human rights by allowing the mistreatment in Guantanamo Bay. The United States is protecting human rights all around the world, but they're not protecting those rights of the prisoners in Guantanamo Bay. Today we'll be talking about Guantanamo Bay by first talking about why the government reestablished Guantanamo Bay. Then I will be talking about the truth inside Guantanamo Bay, and finally a solution to this mistreatment. Today, individuals are being targeted based on their nationality, beliefs, and race. The President Bush, after human rights have drastically changed after the terrorist attack in September 11, 2001. President Bush passed the U.S. Patriot Act, and he also reestablished Guantanamo Bay. The purpose of the U.S. Patriot Act was to punish terrorists in the United States and outside the United States. The problem is that they start putting terrorists without having any evidence of any kind. According to Maurice Davis in the article Historical Perspective on Guantanamo Bay, the arrival of high-value detainees by the Journal of International Law that was published in 2010, it says that Arab and South Asian communities live under a cloud of fear because they are targeted as potential terrorism. Guantanamo Bay is a U.S. Navy located in southeastern Cuba. This is where Guantanamo Bay is located, and this is a Google map of the camp. According to Daniela Snyder, Human Rights Agency Guantanamo Bay, that was published in October 2004 by the Journal of Criminal Law, it says that Guantanamo Bay has been leased by Washington since 1903, and the first camp established was in January 2001. Society is not familiar with the identity of the prisoners, their wrongdoing, or what are the charges against them, or if there is any possibility of a release. Without any clear evidence of guilt, suspected men and children have been taken to the prison of Guantanamo Bay and said to be dangerous for the United States. Guantanamo Bay is considered a very secret place. No journalist can go take a picture or take a video. According to Peter Clark in the article Medical Ethics at Guantanamo Bay and Abu Habab, the Problem of Loyalty by the Journal of Law, Medicine and Ethics, it says that the first prison established in Guantanamo Bay was the prison X-Ray. X-Ray is this prison. It was a cage outside, and the cage consisted in a small cage with a mat that was their bed with two buckets. One bucket for them to pee, and the other one was for them to drink water. This is how they dressed them. They had goggles, ear muff, and they could not hear or see anything. But then the media released these pictures, and they made another camp. This is the Camp Delta. Camp Delta has better conditions. It has a toilet, they can drink some water, and a small mat so they can sleep. It has better conditions, and this is what Camp Delta says: honor bound to defend freedom. And this is the shower of Camp Delta. So, is it constitutional to torture humans in Guantanamo Bay? Some say yes, because they're not in a U.S. territory. Some say no, this is provided by international human rights. According to Levan in the article Visit to the U.S. Joint Task Force Station at Guantanamo Bay, a person-first account that was published in 2007 by the Military Psychology, it says that military used dogs to interrogate prisoners in Guantanamo Bay. He said that in October 2002, they used dogs to interrogate these people, and this dog was brought into interrogation. One of the cases of an innocent person in Guantanamo Bay is the case of Murad Hussain. Murad Hussain wrote a book that is called 5 Years of My Life in Guantanamo Bay. He is Murad Hussain. He is a Turkish, he was born in Turkey, and then he was raised in Germany. What happened is that he was going to marry a Pakistani, so he went to Pakistan, and the military officials took him because they said that he looked like a terrorist. They took him to Guantanamo Bay, and after 2 years they say, oh, he is not guilty, and they say there is no evidence that he's a group of terrorists of Al-Qaeda. But they still got him in Guantanamo Bay 3 more years. So he was 5 years there, and 3 of those years they knew he was innocent. According to CNN, CNN in the article Ex-Guantanamo War Tales of Violence Against Detainees by Jennifer Furton that was published in 2001. She interviews Brandon Nelly. Brandon Nelly is a U.S. military official that he's 31 years old and he went to Guantanamo Bay. After going to Guantanamo Bay, he quit because he said he does not agree with what the government or the military is doing in Guantanamo Bay. He signed a non-disclosure statement saying that he will not talk to the press, he would not make a movie, but he has been talking to the press because he does not believe of the treatment these prisoners are getting. He said, "I have no problem fighting and dying for this country, but I'm not going to kill or be killed for something I don't believe in." The reason that the United States is paying Cuba to have this prison is because they are not in a U.S. territory, so they can avoid United States laws. The solution to this mistreatment is to close Guantanamo Bay. There are two steps to close Guantanamo Bay. The first step is to let the detainees that are in Guantanamo Bay and already had a trial, let them go and are innocent, let them go to their own country. The problem with this is that they already have a label that says, we are terrorists, or maybe we're terrorists. Even though they're innocent, they went to Guantanamo, so maybe they're terrorists, so their countries doesn't want them. And an example of this is that in the article called Chinese Inmate at Guantanamo Pose a Dilemma by William Glamster that was published in 2009 by the New York Times, it said that 17 Chinese Muslims, they were in Guantanamo for 7 years. And after 7 years, they say they are innocent, but China doesn't want them, and the United States are not going to bring them here. So they're still in Guantanamo, but they're innocent because no country wants to take them. But the solution to this is that a lot of European countries said that they are willing to take these detainees that are innocent. The second step is to move the detainees that are waiting for a trial to United States prisons. The problem is that a lot of people say that they are concerned to bring prisoners to the prisons in the United States because then they will be released in the United States. But there is no worry, we don't have to worry about that because the president said that he would not release the prisoners in the United States, they will just be in the prisons. In the letter wrote by Hillary Clinton in the White House to Governor Pat King in December 15, 2009, it says that the president has no intention of releasing any detainees within the United States. Detainees have been jailed far too long in questionable conditions, waiting for knowledge of their rights. Today I talked to you about why the United States reestablished Guantanamo Bay. Then I talked to you about the truth inside Guantanamo Bay, and finally, the solution really had 2 steps. I have faith in you that you all agree that Guantanamo Bay should be protected under the United States and federal and state agencies. I want to say that U.S. should not continue a war against Al-Qaeda. All I'm trying to say is that if we ask for human rights, we should practice it. Those deserving justice should get it. However, I don't think this is the best way. If we want justice, we should be just.